Al in Tennessee is on the line. Al, thanks for calling and holding, man. Go ahead.
Hey, how's it going?
Going well, thank you.
Well, I was listening to Frederick, and it was kind of confusing because he's trying to make this assertion that Jews wouldn't support Nazis.
When
and
they
I
have.
think you need to say again.
Well, I said they have when they have.
Yes, they have. Who do you think George Soros is? It's like for someone to be so disillusioned. Jews have always, they financed Hitler. Some of the Jews gave up their religion to fight along with the Nazis.
Yeah.
So I think we need a little more clarity of history. But as far as Ukraine, the Asimov battalion, they definitely are Nazis. Whether you want to define them as hating Jews or not, it doesn't matter.
Right.
A Nazi is a Nazi.
Yeah.
You're going to split hairs over, whether someone hates someone. Well, if there are no Jews in that area, they'll hate someone else.
Yeah.
In Germany, they didn't just, dislike the Jews. There was a reason for why they didn't like the Jews. It had nothing to do so much with their religion. But if you read Mein Kampf, it was what the Jews did to Russian society. It had
German
nothing
society.
to do with their, yeah.
Yeah.
As far as they pretty much were controlling and influencing the society, and he saw that the German people were suffering.
Right.
And these people were flourishing.
Yeah.
So it had nothing to do with their religion because they put
or their ethnicity.
They put blacks in cages in zoos and they killed them outright. They killed the gypsies. They killed Catholics. They killed everyone. So it had nothing to do with. It's troubling when we narrow it down to someone's religion and try to pull out just a group of people, but we totally ignore all these other people who were killed.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, they were killed, and say, oh no, it was just about these. I don't even know the number because even the number of Jews that were killed, is up in the air. But
right.
You focus on this group and say, well, to heck with all these other people that died, but we're just going to have our pity party and make it about us.
Right.
But when I heard Frederick, whining about, whether they were Nazis or not, yeah, they're Nazis there, and we know about them. They tried to downplay it, but yeah, we're sending money there. Yes, Zelensky is there, and he knows about them. They're one of his strongest battalions.
Yeah.
So this whole argument is silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
when Putin brought up the Nazis, I thought it was great because the American people totally forgot about the Nazis that are over there. And why are we sending money over there to help and support Nazis?
It's wild.
I say we keep our money.
And you'll find people from all different ethnicities and religions will agree with you whatever your position is. They pretend like Nick Fuentes, right? They call him a neo whatever. But he has Jewish people who support him and who like him and who agree with him. So there's always going to be people who like the biggest racists, quote unquote, have their favorite blacks. The biggest anti-white people have their favorite whites. It's not based on these shallow things or this simplistic thing. It's bigger than that.
I think Judaism is a club rather than a religion.
Yeah.
I had a neighbor who was
Especially
from Israel, and he admitted that the majority of the people there are secular. They don't even follow the religion.
Right.
And I don't expect them to follow the religion because it really isn't theirs. They adopted the religion and they use it as a political weapon. Because if you go into Ethiopia or into Israel and you talk to the Hebrews, they live their religion.
Right.
They don't use it as a political weapon. They don't run around using this phony word called anti-Semitism because that word doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's not even a real word because being Semitic means you speak a language. It has nothing to do with the religion, but we shame people and we cancel people with this fake word of anti-Semitism. If you look up Semitic, it means you speak Hebrew, Aramaic, or Arabic.
Really?
That's all it means. That's all it means.
Relating or denoting a family of languages that include Hebrew, blah, 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 blah. Interesting, man.
Yeah, so we run around saying you're anti-Semitic. So you're
Yeah.
telling people that they're anti-language? How stupid can you be?
Yeah, it's
And these people that are running around using this word, just like that one lady from the squad who's Palestinian. She's an Arab.
yeah,
She's Semitic. But
Right.
you're sitting here calling a Semitic woman anti-Semitic. You sound retarded.
yeah.
So I think
true,
we
man.
need more. I think we need more clarity in our society. We need people to actually pick up books and actually learn the language that we're speaking,
Yeah.
so we don't make fools of ourselves. But
It's not
I
just
don't want to
that.
hold you too long.
It's not
Oh,
just
go ahead.
that. It's also kind of like be you know how JLP is. He doesn't know that stuff. He doesn't know all these books and things like that. But he sees the spirit of the issue.
Yes.
It's good to research and it's good to know things, and it's good to be able to be nuanced and be educated, truly educated, not brainwashed. But it's also probably more important to be have spiritual eyes and not be spiritually blind with this anger and pride and stuff like that.
Yeah, I see that because
Yeah.
I learned that when I started listening to Jesse, it was very frustrating. But then I came around to understand what he was actually saying.
Right.
It's like when people call in to say, well, Africans, invented, civilization, all this other stuff. But he says, well, what does that have to do with you right now?
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
the black people today and the Africans today aren't producing anything. So why are you bragging about what your ancestors did
So
when
true.
you don't even live up to that level? They would denounce you.
Yeah.
If they were here right now.
I better go,
so-
Al. I gotta run. I'm running out of time. It's good to hear from you, man. Call me again.
Good. All right, hey.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.